Hello, friends. I'm Stephen Middleton, and I'm coming to you from my home in Lake Wylie, South Carolina. And thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. And today I want to talk about setting goals, either for yourself or for your business or organization. Now, I've done a series on vision statements, and if you have not watched those videos, please go back to my YouTube channel and take a look at those videos on visions and mission statements for your personal life or for your business or organization. Today, I want to focus on goals, and for the next few days, I want to just isolate the subject of setting goals. Today, more precisely, I want to introduce the notion of setting goals and share with you why I think they're important. And I'm going to be vulnerable and share my goal with you along with my mission statement. Now, I have an outline here, so I will be peeking at my outline from time to time because I want to stay on track with what I share with you today. Firstly, what is a goal? I would define a goal as what you want, period. Now, what you want is what you want. It's not what I want for your life, or it's not what someone else wants for your life. It's what you want. And what you want is something to possess, something to attain, or something to do. And you want to be as precise as possible in coming up with your goal, what you want to possess, or what you want to do. As I see it, a goal is stronger than a desire. Now, some people would say that a desire is synonymous with what you want, with want. I think not. A desire can be somewhat of a wish. A desire could be a good idea. A desire could be a fantasy. As I see it, a want is stronger because a want is something definite. And a want is something that you can identify, that you want to possess in your life or for your business or for your organization. I mean, I've talked to people, for example, who've said to me that they desire to be rich. Well, clearly that's a fantasy. Anyone who throws those kinds of things out is simply expressing an idea that may be a good idea, but it's not a firm want. So a want is what you want. A goal is what you want, something that you want to possess. Now, in identifying a goal, you need to be specific. If you cannot be specific, then it's probably not a goal. It's something else. And you want to be able to boil your goal down to one sentence. I prefer a simple sentence, but if it runs on to two clauses in a sentence, I am okay with that. In my goal today, you'll see that I have two clauses. I've decided to join two things together because both of those things take me toward my goal. And you want to write down your goal. If you can't write it down, or if you're writing down a paragraph or a page or more to talk about a goal, then you haven't identified your goal. So you want to be specific and you want to write it down. Now, I want you to send me your goal. I would love to read your goal and I would love to respond to you about your goal. You can find me in Facebook. Just send me, if you're not friends already, just send me a friend request. I'll respond and send me your goal. And let's have a conversation about that. I don't mind mentoring, coaching you around your goal. So send me your goal in Facebook Messenger and let's get this conversation started. Now remember, your goal grows out of your vision for your life. for your life or for your organization or for your business. And when I speak about goals, I'm also talking about a mission statement. I see those words to be synonymous. Okay, now I want to share with you my vision or my mission for my life. And I will also share with you my specific goal now. First, my vision. I want to share information about achieving optimal health and point to a way to increase the personal finances of everyone I meet. That is, I want to share information, and the domain that I will be sharing information in is how to attain optimal health. Now that's important to me. I am, just in case you didn't hear it on in my other videos, I am one of Jerry Lewis's kids. If you are a person of a certain generation, you'll remember Jerry Lewis hosting telethons, raising money for people who have a neurological condition. I'm not going to name that neurological condition today, but if you are of a certain generation, you know what I'm talking about. I am one of those individuals. So therefore, my commitment to my life is to find ways to achieve optimal health, even though I live with this serious genetic condition. And I want to share information about what I'm doing to help myself. That's my vision for my life, for the rest of my life. My goal is more specific. I want to attain an executive rank in a corporation that's a global leader in cellular health. So if you think about it, my mission is about optimal health, and my goal is to achieve a certain rank in a corporation that's a global leader. So you see, my goal for my life comes out of my vision. Now this is important to me. It's important to me because of my health and also what I know about what we consume today to help ourselves become healthy. You know, most medicines are toxic. Now, I have taken prescription drugs over the years, and I'm grateful because doctors have really saved my life. I'm not going to be specific about the prescription drugs that I have taken. Those drugs have also taken a part of my life. I'm just not as healthy as I would have been had I not taken those prescription drugs. Most medicines are toxic. Are you aware of that? You know, many people ask me about the product that I represent. You know, is this product FDA approved? Now that sounds like a reasonable question to ask, but when I think about it and reflect upon it, I realize that people can't know what they don't know. Do you know that the Federal Drug Administration's main purpose is to identify the level of consumption that a person can take with any prescription drug or any over-the-counter drug and not kill themselves? That's what the FDA does. The FDA has what's called an LD50. A manufacturer of a drug has to know when 50% of its specimens die in testing this drug. Now, it's usually, rats or other non-human creatures that take these things, but that's what the FDA does. They want to know when this drug is going to kill a person. And then the prescriptions then are written with that in mind. And of course, the side effects. I had one doctor, a doctor that I love, and I really respect, admire, and truly love my doctors. And I have a lot of them. I have a neurologist and have my personal healthcare provider. And I respect their opinions greatly. But I had a doctor tell me back some years ago that he was going to administer a prescription drug to treat a certain problem. And then he said, now this drug will have a certain side effect, but I have something to treat that side effect. And he winked at me when he said it. I went home and thought about it, and I did not take that drug. And in time, the problem that he was going to treat cleared up on its own accord. So understand this, the FDA plays a major role in our society. Drugs do save lives, but be aware that the FDA approves drugs based upon their LD50. When will it kill a human being, even though we recognize that drugs also can kill certain diseases. Now, this vision of mine and this goal of mine is important for another reason. Are you aware that we live, of course, in the richest country in the world? I'm going to say that. I started to say we're one of the richest countries in the world, but I'm going to say we live, if you're in the United States, you live in the richest country in the world. Are you aware that 33% of Americans have no retirement accounts whatsoever? 33% of us. That's more than 1/3, fully 1/3 of Americans will reach retirement age with nothing, virtually nothing to live off. That's almost criminal, living in the richest country in the world. Only 8% of us have roughly $200,000 upon reaching retirement age. Only 13% of us have $300,000 or more dollars upon reaching retirement age. And I would say, and you can check the statistics, it's worse if you are in a certain demographic group, like level of education, whether you have a trade or not, or your ethnic background. We are in the United States of America, a place I like to call a magic kingdom, and most of us will reach retirement age with nothing. Here is what I know, and here's what I'll be sharing as we talk about visions, goals, and other topics on my YouTube channel. There is a better way. And the first step is for you and I to set a vision and then set a goal for our lives. And today, I've shared with you my vision and my goal. Now, I've set my goal 5 years out into the future. Today is July 18th, 2018. So my goal is 5 years away. If your goal is like next week, it's not really a goal, it's something else. I'll talk about that in a moment. I'll reach my goal either before or in the year 2024. There's a distance between where I am now and my goal, and there should be a distance between where you are now and your goal. What happens next? My activities. So therefore, there are some things that I must do daily. There's some things that I must do weekly. There's some things that I must do yearly. And these things are achievable, and the same applies to you. One activity could be, I'll rise at 6 o'clock a.m. A second activity could be, I'll make my bed. I'll have some discipline in my life. A third activity could be, I'll exercise. A fourth activity could be, I'll talk to people. I'll try to engage people. A fifth activity could be, I will invest in my personal development, read books, go to workshops, attend trainings, either online or in person. So, over the next few days, I'll share other aspects of setting a goal for your life. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll receive a notification when I post a new video. And if this video was of value to you, please share it with your friends and associates, because I'll be talking about these things as we go forward. I like to share in series. My first series was about visions for your life or business. This series is about goal setting. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to being with you again soon. Have a great one. Bye-bye.